morning, you are watching OPtv Global News with me, Sobia Ali. Let's start by taking a look at the Afghanistan's headlines. UN Special Envoy for Afghanistan warned that new authorities cannot pay salaries and voiced alarm over a storm of financial crisis. She has urged the world to keep money flowing into Afghanistan despite concern over the Taliban government. Dozens of international passengers have flown out of Kabul in the first such flight since US forces left the country. The Qatar Airways chartered flight landed in the Qatari capital Doha with some 113 passengers including US and Taliban's spokesman Zabihullah Mujahid said that a continuing blacklisting by the US of the Haqqani family is a violation of the Doha Agreement. He argues that all officials without exception were part of the interaction with the US and so names from US UN blacklist should have been removed. Taliban has banned civilian protests across the country and warned violators of severe legal action. After days of demonstrations in Kabul, demonstrators now need to get permission, including approvals of slogans and banners. Afghanistan's ambassador to the United Nations urged the world to enforce sanctions on Taliban. Ghulam Khazi also urged the nation to recognize a Taliban government and to enforce restrictions on their international travel. US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said that Al-Qaeda extremist group may attempt to regenerate in Afghanistan after American withdrawal that has left the Taliban in power. He said that the United States is prepared to prevent an Al-Qaeda comeback in Afghanistan that would threaten the United States. Leader of the five-nation BRCE called for settling the situation in Afghanistan through peaceful means. Chaired by Prime Minister India Narendra Modi, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa underscored their priority of fighting terrorism and to address the humanitarian situation and to uphold human rights. The freedom fighter Hurriyat Conference of Indian occupied Jammu Kashmir said that the people of Jammu and Kashmir could empathize with the people of Afghanistan. Mirwais Umar Farooq also hoped that the new Taliban government would be inclusive and broad-based and would advocate equality. The White House has approved a plan to take the lead in coordinating with the outside group that are working to evacuate at-risk US citizens and Afghanistan's allies who were left behind in Afghanistan. The combination of the private and public efforts in the unification and streamlining of efforts that have worked separated to its points. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan and Qatar have agreed to continue playing a constructive role to avoid any humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan. Both leaders demanded release of Afghanistan's frozen assets. Cricket Australia has said that it would have no alternatives but to cancel hosting a historic test match against Afghanistan unless the Taliban's backtrace on a reported ban on women playing sports. The warning comes after a senior Taliban member told Australian media that Afghan women will not be allowed to play any sports. Rashid Khan has resigned as Afghanistan's T20 international captain. Rashid said that he was frustrated not to be consulted in the selection of the first national team to be named under the new Taliban regime. So that's all we have in this edition of Afghanistan's special bulletin. Keep watching, stay safe, Allah Hafiz.